The commentary Midrash Tehillim remarks on Psalm 18 as follows: To the conductor for the servant of Hashem, quoting Psalm 18, verse 1. It is written, to you is the day, and to you even is the night. This is from Psalm 74. Rabbi Yudin says in the name of Rabbi Judah that everything that David said in his book applies to himself and to all Israel and to all times. He said before him, Rabbanu Shalom, you performed miracles for us at night, and we sang a song at night. As it says, at night a song was to me. It also says, this song will be to you like the night on which the festival was sanctified. You did miracles for us in the day, and we said to you a song in the day, as it says, the day Hashem rescued him. Again, Psalm 18:1. Based on this, it is a tradition to say Psalm 18 when a miracle is done on a person's behalf, because a very great miracle, the parting of the Red Sea, occurred on the last day of Passover. Many congregations say it on that day. Rashi comments that this song was written when King David was very old, after all of his troubles had passed, and he had been saved from them. The Malbim develops this idea, explaining that it recounts two types of providence in salvation. The first is providence through the medium of nature. This comes through our actions. Only Hashem delivers us because of our prayers and by means of a natural agency. The second is through providence and deliverance by means of open miracles, which are supernatural. When our actions give us this merit, no prayer is needed, because Hashem has given us a miracle to publicly display. The psalm captures the feelings, particularly the exhilaration a person experiences when they have been saved by a miracle. It starts by saying that I love you, Hashem. It then goes into detail about the strength that God has provided, saying he is a high rock, fortress, shield, shelter, and a herald of deliverance. Next, it describes how horrible the problems were. The bonds of hell surround me, and the snares of death were ahead of me. It continues that in the midst of his troubles, he called out to God, and his prayer reached his ears. What follows is an elaborate description of the miraculous rescue. The earth shook and the mountains quaked. HaKadosh Baruch Hu was so furious about the troubles that were inflicted on him that smoke came out of his nose and fire came out of his mouth. He then harnessed an angel and flew to earth on the wings of the wind. After that, God shot his enemies with arrows, struck them with lightning, and rained hail and burning coals on them. In addition, God gave David so much strength that he could chase after his enemies relentlessly until they were completely destroyed. The deliverance was so incredible that he could see what the world really was about. King David also proudly tells why the miracles he experienced were deserved. He explains that God granted him recompense according to his righteousness and the purity of his actions. The law was always on his mind, and he didn't depart from it in his actions. He comments that God is devoted to the devoted, sincere with the sincere, and pure with the pure. However, those that are stubborn, Hashem is then perverse. Just like the psalm began with praise and thanksgiving, it ends with praise and thanksgiving. He thanks the living God for exacting vengeance on his enemies. Next, he says that he will give thanks in the presence of the nations to God's and to God's repute he will sing praises. The very last line is a praise that God magnifies salvation to his king and is kind to his anointed, namely David and his children forever. These are the same ideas as the song of Moshe Rabbeinu after the parting of the Red Sea and the recitation of Hallel in our religious services. Thank you.